Hello and welcome. My name is Nick Burnham, or Nostalgic One, here on the internet, and today I wanted to play The Crimson Diamond, which is a new game that just came out on August 15th, 2024. It's been in development for a long time. This is by Julia Minamata, who has been streaming and posting about her development work on this game for a number of years, I believe. I've been kind of following it off and on. It's been really cool to see her art change and watch her develop the game in Adventure Game Studio. This is I don't know if it's entirely an Adventure Game Studio game, but I think it was mainly developed with Adventure Game Studio, which still does get some use, like by the Wormwood Games people and some others, but is becoming increasingly rare, I think, in like big published games, at least. Although there are still a lot of like indie dabbler kind of people, I think, in the community. Definitely still a semi-active community from what I've seen on Discord and such. But yeah, it's really cool, point and click, old school engine that you should definitely check out if you're interested. But this is a EGA graphic style text parser mystery game in the style of the old Laura Bow games by Sierra, like The Colonel's Bequest, and I think there were one or two others that were mainly by Roberta Williams. And I have a little bit of history with The Colonel's Bequest. I think it's a really cool game that can be really tough for newcomers to get into. I mostly got into it by watching Lee Alexander's Lo-Fi Let's Play series, and those old videos are phenomenal. If you ever go back and watch them, it's I really wish that she would pick up that series again, because I loved watching it, and I still go back to those videos from time to time. But if you want to know everything about The Colonel's Bequest, just go watch her playthroughs of that game, and those are great. But those games can be, while they're awesome, they can be kind of dated to go back to now, just because there's a timed element, and it takes a long time to figure out exactly where you're supposed to go and what to do. And if you take too long, then things can happen without you witnessing them, and I think that can be probably frustrating to try to play nowadays. So this is kind of a modern reimagining of that idea, and from what I've seen, it's a lot more lenient to the player and should be a lot more easy to figure out. There's also tutorial stuff, and there's an online hint book even, which we might have to reference, even though I am planning on taking notes on a little notebook next to me. But yeah, I'm really excited to give this a shot. I did feel a little tentative about going into it, just because it is in an older style, not because it was developed in Adventure Game Studio, but just because it's, imitating The Colonel's Bequest, which is kind of a tough game. But I think I feel pretty confident now, after looking at the reviews, that we can get through it. So yeah, let's talk about the menus and such. I'm going to leave tutorial boxes on for now and see what those are like. If we go in the menu, there's several options in here. If you find any bugs, you can send them to feedback@thecrimsondiamond.com, which is always nice. We're probably going to be referencing this help screen an awful lot. So we can hit spacebar to repeat. Oh, that's also something I should mention, is this is primarily a text parser game, which means that we're not going to be pointing and clicking so much as we're going to be typing into the parser what we want to do. So if we want to look at a window, we type in look window, and then the game gives us some text about what happens. It's that style of game, and I'm actually really excited to try it, because I've never really completed a game in that style, like the original King's Quests and the original versions of Quest for Glory were like that as well. But yeah, we can hit spacebar to repeat the last thing we tried to enter. We can hit escape, enter them to leave the main menu. Got an inventory and notebook. We can look, talk, search, open, and close. Those are nice. A or AB means ask about, so there's shorthand for that. G is get. We even have shorthand for some objects because this is a mystery game that's taking place primarily in like an old mansion. So we're going to be digging around in cupboards and cabinets and doors and drawers. And these are, looks like shorthand for some of the cast. It's kind of like an interactive Agatha Christie novel in that way, and that there's like a large cast of characters who become your suspects and who you have to investigate over the course of the game. And I suspect that there's like a central murder mystery that we're going to have to figure out, like in Murder on the Orient Express. And if you've seen those recent remakes of the Agatha Christie movies, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. Or if you've seen Glass Onion, that's also in that style. Knives Out, those two movies. Other examples here. Oh, okay, so we could combine shorthands. We could say OD for open door. That's cool. This would be ask about lodge, ask about the lodge, asks about all present people, or asks all present people. Interesting. So maybe this talks to everybody in the room. Look at Albert, open cupboard. Okay, so there's been an effort here to try to reduce the amount of typing that we have to do, which I think is really cool. Let's see how much we remember. If we don't remember all that, we can always just type everything out. So not a huge deal, I think. We can save and load and quit. I'm playing in windowed mode at the moment. And yeah, if you hit the hint book, that opens up the hint book in your browser, which I think is super cool. And we've got an option for text-based inventory and graphical inventory. And then if we have text-based inventory on, we can type L with an inventory item selected to look at it. We can type E to examine it. Other interactions, such as read newspaper, must be typed into the parser. So I kind of want to try both and see how they feel. I think for now we'll go with graphical inventory. Use the eye icon to look at an inventory item, the loop icon to examine it. Other interactions, such as read newspaper, must be typed into the parser. So we still do have to type some things in, but we get look and this examine for free, I suppose. There's two ways of moving. We can either tap the arrow keys to move or press and hold. So I'm just going to leave that on press and hold. We can move around with the mouse. I guess I'll leave that on for now. That's probably going to be easier for me while I'm streaming. Visual cue for notes. I don't know what that's going to mean. Maybe that's going to tell us when we're supposed to take notes or when we get new notes in our journal, maybe. Text box display delay. I think I'm going to leave off. That's probably supposed to imitate how long the text box would take to appear in like the old games. You can also change the game speed here, which I have not touched. I'm just going to leave that alone and see how it feels. But I like that there are options for kind of making it even more of a retro experience. And let's take a look at the credits here just for a sec. So yeah, design, writing, art, animation, and programming all by Julia. Music by Dan Polakar. Adventure Game Studio. Yep. MacPort. Indigenous Sensitivity Consultant. That's pretty cool. Music player. Whole lot of testers in here, I'm sure. Frank Sfaldi, that's a name. Oh, Chad Armstrong I recognize as well, I think. Pushing Up Roses, of course. Pushing Up Roses is a very prominent adventure game reviewer on YouTube, or at least she was for a long time. I think she's kind of moved away from that recently, but did put out a video about this game, I believe. So yeah, that's mainly the people behind the game, and yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. I don't know too much else about what's going to happen in the game or the characters, so let's just dive in. Crimson, Ontario, 1914. Press enter to continue, press escape to skip the intro. And, you know, right away, I love how these EGA graphics look. And I don't know too much technical stuff about how EGA graphics worked back in the day. I just know that it was like, for a certain amount of time, you only had so many colors, and this is basically what all games looked like up to a point from a period of years in like the 80s to the early 90s, basically. And there were tricks that you could do, like putting certain colors next to each other to try to like blend them and create new colors, kind of like she's doing in the background here with the dithering. And that's how she's kind of achieving that look of depth as well. But really, there wasn't that much you could do aside from use like those. I think there's like 16 colors for EGA. So let's continue. It's nice fishing animation. Caught something. Wow, that is beautiful pixel art, really. You found some diamonds inside a fish. The Royal Canadian Museum, Toronto, Ontario. I'm going to hit enter. Okay. Yeah, this room looks amazing. There you are, Nancy. Press enter to advance text and escape to skip the intro. This is it. What we've been waiting for. So yeah, this is the character who we're going to be playing. Nancy Maple, I believe is her name. Far up north, a fisherman found a massive diamond in the belly of a fish. This could be a real boon for our mineralogy exhibit. We need something better than those dilettantes over in geology. I want our exhibit to be the talk of the town. Yeah, I think I will add a little text box delay, actually, because it does feel pretty fast to me. It's too bad that we can't spare anyone to head up to the middle of nowhere on such a long shot. You can spare me. Let me go, Professor Plummer. It would be perfect. Everyone else is busy with the new exhibits. And I don't know if she's like intentionally... She's probably intentionally evoking Clue here with like Professor Plum, and he's wearing a purple shirt. That would make sense, since that's also kind of a Agatha Christie-ish movie / property. While I've just been learning the filing system, that could wait a day or two, couldn't it? I'm not usually in the habit of sending unsupervised young ladies into less civilized regions. But as luck would have it, the discovery was made near a lodge where I'm sure you could stay while you conduct your fieldwork. You win, Nancy. Get on home, pack your bags, and catch the train up north. Hooray! Thanks so much, Professor. Wonderful. And all of the crazy thing about Adventure Game Studio games is like all of this is hand done. All the animations are hand drawn and hand animated and planned out. Just takes forever to make games like this. I've learned after watching people try to make them. If you find something that can make a big splash at the museum, who knows? Maybe the university will finally accept you as a mineralogy student. Good luck, kiddo. I won't let you down. A few hours later. Just like the SpongeBob transition. Here's my train. I don't know if I'm going to do voices for everybody, but it's kind of fun to do it for the beginning of the game so far. I'm going to take the train out from Ontario. Or Toronto, I suppose. This is it, my first time out of the city. I'm going to make the most of this trip. I can't wait to see the rocks of Northern Ontario. Goodbye, big city. Hello, adventure. I don't know if Julia's from Canada. I didn't look that far into it, but you might be able to surmise that. She falls asleep on the train, of course. And then a shady character shows up. Excuse me, is this seat taken? Not at all. Please have a seat. Thanks. The Colonel's Bequest mainly took place in Louisiana, I think, so everybody had these like Louisiana accents. So I guess that's not going on here, kind of thankfully, because I wouldn't want to have to try to imitate that. My name is Kimmy Kishiro. Where are you headed? Pleased to meet you. I'm Nancy Maple. I'm bound for a town called Crimson. hence the Crimson Diamond. Got some hours yet. I should know, because that's where I'm going. I'm a clerk from the Royal Canadian Museum. My boss sent me to check out the diamond claim up there. I hadn't heard of that discovery. Then again, I don't pay much attention to the news. It's a very strange story. Up by Crimson, a fish swallowed a huge diamond. A fisherman caught it. Sliced it open, and there it was, the spectacular sparkling gem. Can you imagine? I jumped at the chance to investigate. This is my first time out of the city. I couldn't be more excited. Where will you be staying when we get to Crimson? A place called the Crimson Lodge. Ah, I'm staying at Crimson Lodge. Of course. I'm a bird watcher. I hear there are nesting colonies of cormorants up there. That's what I want to see. And cormorants are kind of like ravens, I think. I think they're like corvids, maybe smaller ones. I don't think we have them in Utah. Not sure. I wouldn't mind seeing the Sioux locks while I'm in the area. I'd love to see the big ships up close. So it must be a lock and key system for ships to move through. I'm also not very familiar with Canada or Ontario, as you might imagine. Wonderful. We can be traveling companions. I'd very much like that. You and Kimmy chat amiably for a while as the day wears on. The rhythm of the train moving over the tracks and the monotony of the scenery lulls you into a deep sleep. I also really like this font that she's chosen. I don't know how much control you have over that in Adventure Game Studio, but it is like surprisingly readable so far. Not having too much trouble making it out, so big fan of that. A lot more music than I was expecting too, actually. It's pretty cool. The conductor announces, "Crimson, this stop." Nancy, it's time to go. Ah, thanks. Oh no, where's my luggage? Dun dun dun. There's no luggage left at all. My field kit's in there. What am I going to do? I like how her eyes moved in that one too. Train will be leaving soon. Nancy, we have to leave now. Ah. So yeah, already something is afoot. Nice train horn sound. I had no idea anyone else was still on the train. Hello there. Hello. Maybe he's like a butler. I didn't notice you in the train. Isn't that funny? Not really. I was in the first class car. I'm here to see the nesting cormorants. Is that why you're here? Cormorant? Is that a type of rodent? Oh, someone else already. Excuse me, folks. But I was sent to pick up just one person from the station tonight, Mr. Albert Respa. A European fellow, expert mineralogist on assignment, hired by the federal government on loan from Antwerp. I wasn't told he'd be bringing any secretaries, wives, girlfriends. Oh, so this guy's kind of sleazy. I'm sorry for the confusion, sir. Jack. I'm sorry for the confusion, Jack, but we don't know this man at all. My name is Nancy Maple, and my friend here is Kimmy Kishiro. Quote-unquote friend. I was sent from the Royal Canadian Museum to investigate the diamond claim up by Crimson Lodge. And I'm here to see the nesting cormorants. We're both here to stay at the lodge and go about our business. Do you know which way it is from here? I surely don't know where it is, because that's where I drove out from. But I'm sorry... Or maybe he doesn't know where it is. But I'm sorry to tell you, ladies, the lodge has been closed to the public for months. You didn't hear? My boss, Mr. Richards, he's getting on. So this guy has some kind of an accent, but I can't really tell what it's supposed to be yet. Because we don't know where he's from, I suppose. He's done with the lodging business. All he wants is peace and quiet, but then this whole diamond fiasco starts up. Folks all up in arms. He's not pleased at all, I can tell you. This gentleman is here on the government's orders. Mr. Richards can't do much about that, but you two... Well, that's unfortunate, but you only have yourselves to blame for being uninformed. Let's be off, Jack. They're just gonna leave these two ladies here at the train station. How are they gonna get back? The thing is, ain't no one's coming by here at this time of night. Maybe he's got like a southern accent. And the nearest accommodation is the lodge, which is a few hours away by automobile, even still. Look here, I'll drive you ladies up to the lodge for the night. Tomorrow morning I'll bring you back here so you can catch the train. As it is, Mr. Richards is going to be peeved about hosting unexpected guests. I mean, even more than he is already. His sister's come up from the city to stake her claim, and she brought a lawyer to boot. Come along now. Humph. This guy's a German, supposedly. Sure, I'll get those for you. I'm kind of a jerk. Very cool. Driving through the woods at night. Sir, your trunks arrived a few days ago. Boy, they sure are heavy. Ah, yes, of course. My, it gets dark here at night. Lucky for you, I've made this trip many times. Used to be folks would come out here in the summers for recreation. And before my time, settlers came to this area in hopes of building lives for themselves. But once the mines were used up, there wasn't much reason for them to stay. The soil ain't that good. Have you seen any cormorants? I'm hoping to see some. Yeah, they nest up on the cliffside. Stay away, though. They don't like being disturbed, particularly during nesting season, which happens to be right now. So we'll probably remember not to disturb the cormorants as we're playing through the game. So if you're so wild about birds, I'd let them alone. You do more harm than good. Besides, tomorrow morning I'll be taking you right back to the train station. You won't have any time to go looking for them. Have any other diamonds been found around the lodge? First of all, no way to know if that rock even came from around here. I've lived in this area for years and ain't never seen any diamonds, so I know for a fact that it didn't come from these parts. They say that man cut it out of the belly of a fish? That diamond could have come from anywhere upstream. You folks are wasting your time, sorry to say. Who cares about shiny rocks anyway? No use to anybody. We shall see about that. I mean, if you sell it, it's probably pretty useful. Your travel-weary companions resist your attempts at chit-chat. It seems that Kimmy and Albert have fallen asleep, although in the most complete darkness it's hard to tell, so they may be faking it. It's impossible for Jack to hear you from the back seat above the cacophony of the engine and the automobile rattling over the rough country road. You decide it would be best not to distract him anyway. Here we are. Wow, it's spectacular. You know what? I almost don't mind having more bodies in the lodge. Feels not so empty. Feels like old times. Make yourself at home while you're here. Thanks, Jack. Welcome to Crimson Lodge. So we've arrived. I'm going to my room. Miss Kishiro, Miss Maple, your bedroom is upstairs at the end of the hall on the right. The bedroom across the hall from you, that's Mr. Richards' suite. Try to keep quiet and stay out of his way, won't you? He shares the suite with Margot. She's his lady friend. I'm in the bedroom right next to yours, along with Mr. Shaw. Albert demanded the use of my bedroom, so that's where he is. Don't know why he was so insistent, but the customer's always right, eh? Ha! That's the smallest bedroom and wasn't really meant for guests. Nessa's room is across the hall from Albert. I'd stay away from her if I was you. I feel like maybe we should be taking notes on all this, but I'm just going to kind of write it out and see how it goes. After I get this luggage upstairs, I'm going to start up some supper. Wouldn't do to have you all starve, eh? Why don't you explore the lodge a little? Talk to the other folks. Most important, stay out of my hair. I'm a busy man. Not literally, of course, because he has no hair. Oh, and if you want a shower tonight, use the upstairs bathroom near the stairs. It's very pink. You can't miss it. So there's a famous scene in The Colonel's Bequest where you can die in the shower by getting stabbed by the murderer, kind of like in Psycho. So that might be what he's referencing there, and that probably will happen to us if we try to take a shower in that bathroom later. I wonder if Nat's still here. How many places do I gotta set at the table tonight? You and Kimmy head upstairs to your bedroom. You don't have any luggage to unpack, but you hang your hat and coat on the footboard of your bed and consider yourself settled in. In The Colonel's Bequest, you also have like a best friend type character at the mansion, so this is a pretty similar setup to Chapter 1, Introductions. Nice. So Nancy, you can click the feet icon on your targeted destination, or you can use the arrow keys. I should talk to everyone and get to know them a little before dinner. Okay, cool. So we do have a notebook. Your notebook will tell you what you need to do to progress through the game. Type notebook or N when you need to refer to it. When you have lots of notes, click the arrow buttons or press the arrow keys to scroll through them. Essential objectives that must be completed to progress in the game will be marked with XXX. Okay. Type review at any time to check your current goals. Seeing as I've lost my luggage, I don't have much to amuse myself with before dinner. Perhaps if I take a look around, time will pass a bit faster. Yeah, and that's generally how you pass time in the Colonel's Bequest, as well as just by walking around and talking to people, taking actions in the game. Typing a look into the text parser is a good way to get your bearings. The game has autosaved. Okay, awesome. Yeah, let's introduce a little bit of text box delay. I guess we can't control how much of it there is, but let's see. Let's try it. Look, this is the bedroom you're sharing with Kimmy. A pair of twin beds and matching nightstands are set against the east wall. Kimmy has claimed the bed closest to the fireplace, a clever move on her part, as summer nights are still chilly this far north. Yeah. A door in the west hall leads back into the upstairs hallway. Oh, I think I missed that last prompt. Yeah, I like there being a little bit of a delay here, so we can kind of ingest the information. Kimmy is here. Oh, okay, that's what it's saying. Yeah, I think the game will always tell you who is in the room with you when you type look. So this is how we move when we're using the arrow keys. And with the feet icon, yeah, that's pretty natural, I think. You can probably do a bit of both. But to look at anything, to pick anything up, we have to use the text parser. So yeah, we can press spacebar to do the last thing we did, or we can just type something new. Pick up hat. You're taking your green felt hat. Put on hat. Don't need to wear your hat. Look, luggage. Made from hard-wearing full-grain leather. Probably don't want to open that, but I'm kind of curious to see what'll happen. Open luggage. Please don't touch my things. Fair enough. Talk, Kimmy. Never been to a place like this before. I'm excited to explore, and I love meeting new people. Yes, you are the inquisitive type, aren't you? Jack did invite you to introduce yourself to everyone else. After all, it's only polite. I most certainly am. Would you like to join me? No thanks, Nancy. I'm exhausted. That bumpy ride from the train station has left me a bit frazzled. I'm looking forward to some peace and quiet before dinner. I can take a hint. I'll leave you be. Oh, one more thing. While you were asleep, Jack mentioned some old lodge brochures stored in the curio cabinet's drawer. They were meant for guests back when the lodge was used as an inn. Even though we may not stay long, he said we're welcome to take them as keepsakes. Notebook will track your progress through your goals. Now that you've talked to Kimmy, it's marked with an X in your notebook, so that's crossed off, I suppose. Yeah, okay. And yeah, next we can open up the curio cabinet, which is this thing. So if we do OC, fortunately, what was the, I guess, oh, CU is cupboard. What about OD? Oh, that's the door. Never mind. Close door. Open drawer. Yeah, that works. Okay. Look, drawer. Curio cabinet is open. Look, cabinet. The fancy glass-paned curio cabinet is full of fine items. A pair of intricately decorated silver steins catches your eye. I like this central, like, zoom-in image, which I think we get from time to time. Open cabinet. Curio cabinet is locked. But I can see some lovely objects in there, particularly a beautiful matching pair of decorated silver steins. Smash cabinet. You aren't a vandal. Okay. Look in drawer. The curio drawer is stuffed with old brochures, back from when the lodge was still being run as an inn. Take brochures. So we've got one of the brochures. You can also ask characters about different topics. Try ask Kimmy about brochure or just ask about brochure. Okay. So yeah, the parser does get pretty detailed, and I believe that like Julia in programming this game has to account for all of those options that we're trying to do herself, like one by one by hand again. It's like a very tedious process to develop a game like this, even with, you know, advanced tools like Adventure Game Studio, which is kind of an aging engine now. But if you're making a game like this, that's definitely a good option still, I think. Talk Kimmy about brochures, or ask about rather. Talk to for general conversation. Ask about for questions. Ask Kimmy about brochures. We could also do the shorthand for that, which was AAB, right? I like brochures at places I've visited. It was nice of Jack to offer the lodge brochures to us. Though I wonder if he's just trying to get rid of them, as the lodge is no longer in business as an inn. Type map into the parser to open up the lodge brochure and see the map inside, or you can look at the brochure in your inventory. Oh, I see. Inventory. So this is our inventory. What it looks like with the graphical representation. And this examines. Your hat looks pretty good considering you got it secondhand. See, green felt hat. Aren't you a clever girl? Yeah, using it to examine itself. Your lucky mineralogist loop, engraved with your name and attached to a handy lanyard. Great for getting a closer look at things. So I guess this is kind of like a small handheld magnifying glass that mineralogists would carry around. It's not something I'm really familiar with. An issue of the Toronto Eye from a few weeks ago. You admire the minute dots that comprise the newspaper photograph of a round-cut diamond. The natural, which is funny because those are actual pixels, but they also would have been dots, like they would have been made up of dots in the newspaper because that's how they would have been printed back then. So it's kind of dots in both forms. I like that. The natural diamond described in the article would be an octahedron, not a faceted specimen. What an embarrassing inaccuracy. Huh. Natural described would be an octahedron and not a faceted specimen. Huh. So that's getting into the weeds of the mineralogy, and I don't really know what it's getting at there, but probably just like a different way of identifying a diamond. Because the thing is, like, Nancy is a mineralogist, but I am not, so she's the expert on this stuff, so she'll probably know more about you know, what we're looking at and what we're looking for and what it means to look at a diamond than I will, certainly. I don't know, I've never even like held a diamond. Closer examination of the lodge map doesn't reveal anything new. Okay. So here's our map, which is very low res. But we are, doesn't say where we are currently. It just gives us the entire map of the grounds and the conservatory. We went in the front door. I forget which room it said we took, but we will figure out soon enough. You can see the bathroom on the second floor, I think, and the balcony. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. We can see where the stairs are critically. What else? We can look at our notebook. Your notebook doesn't benefit from closer examination. Cool. So we talked to Kimmy. Acquired the lodge brochures, which contains a map. Type map to view the maps, the lodge's layout. Yep, that's another way to look at the map. Look, fireplace. Fieldstone fireplace looks like it would come in handy on chilly nights. There's a fireplace tool next to it. Oh, let's try that again. Look, fireplace. There's some powdery soot accumulating in the fireplace. Take soot. You took some of the soot. Take fireplace tool. Either that isn't here or you see no need for that. Look. Shovel and a poker. Take shovel. Shovel is needed for proper care and maintenance of the fireplace. What was the other one? A poker. Take poker. That seems like a good weapon. Poker might poke through your pocket and puncture your leg. if you could even keep it in your pocket. Look. Painting. Triptych of small woodcuts on colored paper hang in silver frames. Oh, I keep skipping forward because of the delay now, unfortunately. Look. Woodcuts. A black and white photograph of a mountain hangs over the fireplace. Oh, okay. Photograph. Take photo. Take photograph. Okay, guess we don't need that. Look, window. Don't see anything noteworthy. Look, sofa. Comfy window seat looks like it would be a nice place to do some reading. Read at sofa. Yeah, don't think so. Take pillow. In deference to the comfort of future occupants, you leave the pillows alone. I'm just trying to experiment here and see what all it's going to let me do. Look, nightstand. There's a pair of binoculars on this nightstand next to a small lamp. Sweet. Take binoculars. Oh, so she needs those, but we'll probably need those later, I would guess. Turn on lamp. Lodge is so well lit that you don't require the lamp's light. They're mostly for decorative purposes. Well, that's good. Take lamp. You need neither lamp nor the pair of them. They're perfect as they are. Just funny. Again, so there's a kind of famous documentary about adventure games called Get Lamp, which is in reference to an action that you take in Colossal Cave, because you need the lamp to explore the caves, and also in Zork has the same kind of setup at the beginning of the game. So that's probably what this is in reference to. Open nightstand. Nightstands don't have drawers. Oh, well, that's good to know. I just kind of figured. What else can we do? Look under bed. You have an intense fear of dust bunnies and can't bring yourself to do so. Fair enough. You don't see anything noteworthy. Oh, these must be the woodcuts by the door. Take woodcut. Okay. Look, woodcut. Charmingly executed and displayed against colored backgrounds. That's pretty cool. That'd be a nice thing to have. What about look, desk? Or look, table. There's a vase of flowers on the low coffee table. Take flowers. Are a pretty decorative accent that brightens the room. You decide to leave them alone. Hit Kimmy. That doesn't come. Oh, okay, fine. I also want to try something that you can do in some games. You wouldn't hurt a fly. Yeah, anytime you try to... What if we do like a swear word? Can't use damn in this game. Okay, yeah, so good to know. Those are like the things you always got to try in any adventure game, right? Just to mess around. Sweet. So I think we've exhausted everything we can do in this room so far since we can't take the binoculars. Maybe we could ask Kimmy about them. Ask Kimmy about binoculars. Essential for bird watching. I have a wonderful pair. Yeah, she needs those to find the cormorants. So let's continue on. Open the door. Type help or H to open the help window. There's a list of parser shortcuts to simplify using the parser. Example, OD means open door. Yeah, those are really nice to have, I think. Look, painting. Masterful oil painting is framed and hung at the end of the upstairs hallway. The plaque reads L. Harris. Move painting. Nothing behind the painting. So in the Colonel's Bequest, there's a number of times where you can peer through walls into other rooms to see interactions between other characters. So I'm guessing something like that is gonna happen in this game as well, and we're gonna have to find some, peepholes in the walls to look through. So we're going to have to be aware of where those might be. Good obvious spots for those. And as you can probably guess, some of these actions are like contextual. Move the mouse cursor to the top of the screen to open the main menu for more options. You can save, load your game, adjust the... Oh, okay. So if we go to the top here, so this is kind of like, Sierra style. So we can do save, enter a name. Let's just do let's play. And let's go back. So if we do close door over here, she'll close this door because this is the door that we're next to. But if we go through the other door, then she'll close this one instead. So it does kind of semi-rely on where she is in the game world. And the game is smart enough to know that if you're next to the object, that's the object that you're talking about. You're not talking about like another similarly named object across the room, which I think is pretty cool. And even how the old games worked as well. Let's do open door. What about look candle? I don't see anything noteworthy. What about look light? I'm just curious about like how these rooms are lit. Look lantern. Nope, no lanterns. Okay. So whose room would this be? Oh, we've got two doors in the foreground as well. I meant to hit them. I thought that opened the map. Do we have to type map? Okay. So we must be in guest bedroom 1, and this is the innkeeper's quarters. Okay, yeah, and you can see those two doors there. Interesting. Wow, there's a lot of things to do here. Open cabinet. Achieves little effect. Open curio. Look. Room. This is the master bedroom. Mr. Richards shares it with Margot. You feel a little weird about invading their private space. There is a wardrobe and nightstands to the left and right of the bed. There are two doors in the south wall and a door in the east wall leading back into the hallway. So I'm going to start taking some notes here, I think. So Nancy and Kimmy are in guest bedroom 1, and Mr. Richards and Margot are in the master bedroom. And Mr. Richards is like the owner of the lodge, it seems like. The proprietor. Okay. Anything else? Nope. Kind of... Oop, drop my writing utensil. There we go. What would we open? Maybe it's just a drawer. Open drawer. There we go. Couldn't decide what to call it. Look drawer. Each of the nightstands has a drawer. Look inside drawer. Wardrobe. Oh, wardrobe. The wardrobe contains a few garment bags and folded up pairs of overalls. Look. Open bags. Doesn't seem to work. Look bags. A large blue trunk has a metal tag screwed onto into the top. Look tag. Okay. Tag is scratched and dented from years of rough use. Read tag. Tag has the name Evan Richards engraved into it. Open suitcase. Look trunk. Open trunk. Trunk is locked. Unlock trunk. Don't have any keys. Okay. So there's a blue trunk, which is Mr. Richards, in the master bedroom. I feel like I should have like a notepad open too that you guys can see or something. But I'm just going to take some notes for myself. Open drawer. You open the nightstand. Look, drawer. Look. I guess we always have to say look in drawer. Nothing in this one. Look in drawer. Roll of white tape in the nightstand drawer. Take tape. Sweet. You take the adhesive plaster out of the nightstand drawer. Nice. I like that we always get a, you know, an encouraging well done whenever we do something. It's nice. Sometimes in these games you can like fiddle around and not know what you're supposed to be doing. So roll of zinc oxide adhesive plaster. After heavily scrutinizing the roll of zinc adhesive plaster, you conclude it doesn't benefit from closer examination. Okay. Don't want to soil your lucky loot by using it to examine the soot. Yeah, I'm not sure how we are holding on to the soot, but we'll keep that close by. Maybe in Thimbleweed Park, you have to make some ink out of some soot in a fireplace. So maybe we'll have to do that if there's like a similar puzzle. Look, fireplace. The fieldstone fireplace looks like it would come in handy on chilly nights. There's a vase and a picture frame on the mantle. There's some powdery soot accumulating in the fireplace. Can we take more soot? You have enough soot. Look, painting. A cherry frame poster of a woman riding a horse hangs over the fireplace. Nothing behind the poster. Take poster. Okay. What else was on? Look, mantle. Look, picture frame. Take frame. You haven't got a photo to put in it. Oh. Open frame. Nothing inside. Okay. Look, face. With craquelure. I don't know what that means, but I like that. Break. Vase. You aren't a vandal. Of course not. Look, books. Most of the books are in French. They probably belong to Margot. Can we read any of these? You don't know how to read French. Okay. So we're learning more about Nancy here as well. Look under bed. Same thing. Cool. So now we could pick left or right door here. About if we look under through the windows. Nothing noteworthy. Open door. Sweet. Oh, this might be Margot's room. The boudoir transports you to Fin de Sicile, Paris. I wonder where that is. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Fin de, and I have no idea if that's how you actually pronounce it. I'm just guessing. Fin de Sicle. Relating to our characteristic of the end of a century, especially the 19th century. Oh, okay. So, late 1800s Paris. That's what we're thinking. Makes sense. It's shiny, opulent, perhaps slightly tacky, and a very, very pink. A mirrored vanity is the focal point of the room. Exotic perfumes hover in intensely localized clouds that you can almost see. Every movement stirs air currents that bring new scents to your nose. A doorway to the south leads to a walk-in closet, and a doorway to the north leads back into the master bedroom. A powder compact is on the vanity. You see a pretty blonde woman in a fashionable dress. Talk, woman. Hello there, it's nice to meet you. My name's Nancy Maple. A pleasure to meet you, mademoiselle. I am Margot. Welcome to Crimson Lodge. How long will you be staying with us? I'm only here tonight, unfortunately. I was sent here by the Royal Canadian Museum on assignment. But Jack says I'm due to leave on the train tomorrow, according to Mr. Richards' wishes. I see. I'm sorry we won't get to know each other better. Note has been added to your notebook. Oh. Talk to Margot. So I guess that was a thing we had to do. Look, Margot. Margot is Evan Richards' paramour. She is more glamorous than you'd expect to see in these parts. Margot has shining flaxen hair, fair skin, and full lips. She's fashionably attired in a pink damask, which is like a dress, I think, and ivory lace. Oh, okay. What is a damask exactly? We're going to be looking up all these French terms. Damask is a woven, reversible, patterned fabric. Damasks are woven by periodically reversing the action of the warp and weft threads. That is a lot of information that I don't understand, but very cool. She's fashionably attired in a pink damask and ivory lace dress. She seems sweet, but you've met charmers like her before. Yeah, we always got to be suspicious of the people we're talking to here. Margot is powdering her nose at her vanity. Also kind of gives us like a time span that we're supposed to finish things up, it seems. Like we only have this one night to figure out what's up with the diamond, and then we have to leave. I think might be what the game is trying to imply. I suppose she's primping for dinner. Ask Margot about Richards. Mon cher, we met in Crimson a couple of years ago. I was terribly lost, and it was so late in the evening. No more trains were running that night, so he invited me to stay at the lodge, and I have not left since then. Interesting. Okay. Ask Margot about self. Mademoiselle Maple, I wish I knew. Oh, okay. Look, vanity. Lit with a pair of sconces. It has drawers on the left, right, and the middle. I don't know if she's going to let us open those. Powder compact is open on the vanity. Take compact. Gesture towards the compact questioningly. Nods in assent. Oh. But of course. Please do take the powder. You certainly need it. Thanks. Sweet. Wasn't sure that was going to work. Thank you. It's nearly empty and I have another. Please use it for as long as you are here. Nice. Open drawer. Excusez-moi, mademoiselle. These are my private things. Yeah. Look, damask. You can't use damask in this game. Look, dress. Okay. Look, poster. Dark-haired woman in a crimson dress kisses a middle-aged man with a comb over at a dinner table. You're not sure what this Art Nouveau poster is advertising as it's in French. Oh, okay. Ask about French. Can't use French in this game. Okay. Look, window. Nothing. Let's check the walk-in closet here. Oh, can we look at the chandelier first? Chandelier. The ornate silver chandelier is a bit over the top to your eye. Yeah, it's like, why is there a chandelier in this, like, powder room? A little funny. Also reminds me, of course, of Twin Peaks, which takes place mainly in the Pacific Northwest and revolves around this lodging community with this giant lodge where a lot of the inhabitants of the town stay and the FBI agent and all that. It's kind of similar to that as well. Oh, I like this mirror effect as we walk by it. We can see Nancy in the reflection there. That's cool. Look, mirror. A full-length mirror with a silver frame. It must have cost a pretty penny. Look, Nancy. I don't see anything noteworthy. Okay. Look, shoes. Most of the shoes on the shelf are high, pointy, and impractical. The lowest shelf, however, does hold some boots. Take boots? Well, the boots are more forgivingly sized. You wouldn't dream of wearing another person's boots. Okay. I guess we should get used to always looking around the room first. Margot's walk-in closet is luxuriously appointed. It has an enormous mirror on the wall and an ornate bench in the center of the room. There's a shelf full of footwear, some fancy frocks on hangers, and a selection of elaborate hats. A wardrobe and 2 chests of drawers are surely bursting with more finery. A doorway in the north wall leads back into the boudoir. And yeah, again, I've never taken lessons or training in French. All I know about Frenches are things that I've learned tangentially from elsewhere. So you'll forgive me for my pronunciations and ignorance. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Let's go back. Let's open the wardrobe. Look, wardrobe. Lovely wardrobe with a curved top. We always have to say, look in wardrobe. Wardrobe is full of feather boas and a rainbow of colors. Take boa. I don't think Margot would appreciate me parading around in her things. Besides, I doubt I have the panache to pull off wearing one. That's true. It could be useful, I don't know. Look, drawer. There are 2 chests of drawers facing the bench, one on the left and one on the right. Open right drawer. Holds Margot's delicates. Negligees, brassieres. You stop looking through the drawer and close them. Your face slightly flushed. Okay. So both of them, I guess, don't have anything interesting. I'm guessing. Open left drawer. Probably the same thing. Margot's blouses. Oh. There are 3 drawers and they all hold blouses. Okay. Look, hangers. Look, bags. A couple of lovely purses under the dresses. They are practically works of art. Take purse. No purse snatcher. That's funny. Open purse. Margot stores her purses. It appears she empties them of their contents. Okay. Take hat. Which hat would you like to take? Oh. Take blue hat. Take the blue hat down from the shelf, mannequin head and all. The red silk rose on the blue hat is exquisite. The stitching is minute and even. Oh. Look, light blue hat. The teal hat is the whitest brim of all, impressively floppy and chic. Take teal hat. I guess we're going to look at all of them. The bright teal color of this hat isn't faded in the slightest. The underside of the brim is the same gorgeous hue. I like that there's like a little animation for each of these. Take green hat. Only thing I would say is, like, I wish there was like some music going on at this point in the game, but I think that would get kind of repetitive too. And like in the old games, once you were actually in the thick of it, the music stopped as well. So you're just kind of, it was just you with the text and the images on the screen, which it's very authentic to that. The green hat is a lot like yours, except newer and made of finer wool. Let's see. Don't know what all of this information about the hats. Like, I don't think it's going to be important, but it might be. Look, yellow hat. Yellow hat is a wide brim, perfect for sunny days. Take yellow hat. Maybe it'll be important later. Maybe one day you'll own a hat as fine as this. What about the rose on the blue hat? Maybe we can take that. Take rose. Can't use a rose in this game. Take flower. Okay. That's probably all we can do here. Look behind mirror, maybe? Mirror is securely mounted on the wall. Okay. Push wardrobe. Okay. Can't do that either. Sweet. So we talk to Margot. Open door. So here's our bathroom, which looks, I think this looks almost exactly like the bathroom in Colonel's Bequest, from what I remember. Room. Exquisite bathroom. What a luxury. You see a classy Victorian bathtub, a pedestal sink, a toilet, and a wastepaper basket. A door in the north wall leads back into the master bedroom. Take towel. Fluffy and blue as the towels are, removing them from the bathroom would be most inconsiderate. Open toilet. Flush toilet. Of course, we got to try that. Okay. Open trash. Look basket. The waste paper basket in the ensuite bathroom has been painted bright cyan to serve as a bright visual accent. I think this word ensuite was in a crossword that I recently did, and it means like an adjoining bathroom in a hotel or something like that. Like, and like we're in a lodge, and it's typically for master suites. It's not like it's like the difference between having a bathroom in your unit and like a public bathroom outside it, just like in a hallway or something. So I did not know that word until recently. So it's nice to see that again. Look mirror. Move mirror. No result. Look behind mirror. Run water. Turn faucet. There we go. Turn, well, I don't suppose we can collect the water in anything, right? Doesn't seem like that. That sound is going to get annoying for sure. Turn off faucet. What about, oh. Can we save over the same? Okay. I'm kind of curious to try the, what was it? Text-based inventory. Let me look at, oh, okay, so now we just don't have the pictures, so we'll probably just keep the graphical inventory on. Did we read the newspaper yet? Read newspaper. Diamonds. The article goes on to describe how a few months ago, fisherman Doug Bowe, so that's a reference to Colonel's Bequest again, I think, because the main character knows is Laura Bowe, caught a lake herring up in the northern wilderness near Crimson, Ontario. He was shocked to find a huge natural diamond in its belly. This astounding discovery triggered a rush of prospectors to the region and the rivers surrounding it. The only unexamined area is the land and the lodge owned by reclusive Evan Richards, who declined to comment for the story. The Canadian government has dispatched an expert mineralogist from Antwerp, Belgium, to investigate. Crimson, Ontario, once home to thriving garnet mines, has been a ghost town for decades. What a boon this could be. Okay, so that's kind of the extra context around the town. Okay. So yeah, let's go back to the graphical inventory, I think. But yeah, we will still have to remember to do other interactions with the objects besides look and examine, which is important to remember. What about read map? Okay. I was wondering if there'd be anything else we could get from that. About use powder. Oh, right. I did see something about this, how in place of use, you have to be more specific in this game, which I think is pretty clever. So what about powder face? The soot I've obtained is pretty powdery. It could help me reveal fingerprints. Oh. This tin is the perfect container to dispense the soot I've obtained. I should fill the tin with soot before I try dusting anything for fingerprints. The sticky white tape I've got should be useful for lifting any fingerprints I find. Oh, nice. She just gave us a ton of information there. So, put soot in tin. Nice. This could come in handy. So now we can dust for fingerprints basically anywhere. Sounds like, as long as we've got, enough soot for it. Filled the empty powder compact with enough soot with some soot from the fireplace. So use tape with soot. Sorry. Put soot on tape. I'm all set to ask people for their fingerprints and to reveal fingerprints on smooth surfaces, and to lift those fingerprints with the sticky white tape. maybe now I can get to the bottom of this. Right. So we should probably collect fingerprints from everyone that we've met so far as well. So let's do that. If we can go back to Margot. If she's still here, yeah. Fingerprint Margot. Can't think of a good reason to do that right now. Ask Margot about fingerprints. Do not feel like getting dirty right now. Oh. So maybe later. What about Kimmy? Open door. Ask Kimmy about fingerprints. More interested in ornithology than criminology, Nancy. Interesting. Yeah, we don't really know what we're supposed to be fingerprinting or lifting the fingerprints from quite yet, so probably just continue on. Don't think there was anything else in this room. We really want to look at, maybe in the bathtub. Look in tub. Currently empty. Run water. Turn faucet again. Nothing. We just got some running water in the tub. I wonder how long that can run. But turn that off for now. Sweet. So we've explored a grand total of like 4 rooms so far. I've been playing for an hour, but this, I mean, this is really engaging for me. I hope it's at least a little fun to watch as well. Open door. I really wish there were more games like this that require you to, you know, do more thinking and less reacting, I suppose. I like that cat picture. Look room. This is the bedroom Jack is sharing with Corvus. Judging from the crate haphazardly filled with clothes, Jack didn't get much notice regarding this new living arrangement. So Jack is surprised to be living with whoever Corvus is, who we haven't met. But a door in the west wall leads back to the upstairs hallway. I think I missed a piece of text there. There's a large dresser set against the back wall containing many small drawers. There's a pitcher and a drinking glass on top. You also see a low coffee table, a writing desk, bookcase, plush armchair, and a pair of beds. The door in the west wall leads back. Yep. Cool. So on our map, I don't know why M brings up the help screen for some reason. Or I guess it's for the menu. So we have to type in map completely. Okay. So guest 2 is Jack and Corvus. I'm going to write that down. Guest 2. Sweet. I'm just going to write down lift fingerprints to remind me to do that as we're going through. Nothing really suspicious to use the tape on so far, I don't think. Look, pictures. Oil paintings are hung over the 2 beds in this room. One features a majestic mountain range, and the other depicts a tuxedo cat lying on grass surrounded by flowers. The cat reminds me of the sweetest stray I've ever met. A tuxedo cat, just like that. Nice. Take picture. Have you ever woken in the night with a fierce thirst? It would be monstrous to take the pitcher or glass. I'm sure there are plenty of drinking glasses elsewhere. Maybe I should try the kitchen. Okay, so maybe... So I'll write that down. Get glass in kitchen. We can just take one later. Look, shoes. Pair of brown leather Oxfords by the bed on the right. Look in shoes. You peer into the shiny, well-maintained shoes. Thanks to the loop, you can read the size printed on the sole, even though it's a bit faded. Okay, so size 14, it looks like. Seeing as they are set down by Corvus's bed, I think it's safe to assume they are his shoes. So we're going to write that down. Corvus shoe size is 14. Good to remember. So he's got a kind of large feet. I'm like a size 9 and I'm like average height. So he's probably a taller guy. Assuming shoe sizes were the same back then. Look, suitcase. It's an expensive looking leather suitcase at the foot of the bed, closest to the window. In Oberdin, there's like a puzzle involving the sailors' shoes that you use to identify some of them as well. So that's another common trope in these kind of stories. Open suitcase. Suitcase, or the luggage is locked tight. Look. Desk. Writing desk hosts a blotter, a lamp, and a couple of pencils. Maybe we can take a pencil. Never like getting smudges on your hands. Take blotter. Blotters are not meant for writing on the go. Is there a paper here? Nope. Look, basket. It's gray metal receptacle similar to the others around the lodge. Look in basket. Nothing in the basket. Open desk. Okay. Not a desk that opens. Take shoes. Much too big for me. Yeah. Look, bookcase. You know those kinds of books you see in bed and breakfast that are there for decoration and seem completely uninteresting? These are those kinds of books. Yeah, that makes sense. What else? Look in clothes. You realize that those clothes are all clean. They've just been hastily tossed into the crate, causing them to look untidy. I do that all the time, man. I can't be bothered to fold my clothes immediately after the laundry. Sometimes. Look in bed. Bed is so neatly made you can't think of a good reason to alter its current state. Okay. Look in drawer. Oh, she's gonna open all of them. Nice. That's helpful. After searching through all the drawers, you find moth-eaten socks, loose buttons, single shoelaces, and other assorted bric-a-brac. Nothing too interesting. Take socks. Okay. Yeah, I guess that means that we can't take any of that. I really do like all the mirrors, though, in this game. Look, mirror again. Mirror's been cleaned to a streak-free finish. Jack sure knows his stuff. Yeah, well, I think we're like trying to get an image of like Jack as a very able-bodied, capable guy, even though he can be a little standoffish. He did give us a ride here and is offering to give us a ride back, so maybe he's not all that bad. Definitely seeming like we're supposed to be more suspicious of the German guy so far. Look, bed. There's a leather satchel on this bed. Okay, I was wondering what that was. Look, satchel. Type used to carry important documents. Open satchel. The satchel is locked. Well, it seems like that'd be pretty easy to bypass. Break lock. You aren't a vandal. Okay. Can we take the satchel? The owner of the satchel probably wouldn't appreciate that. Yeah, it would probably be pretty hard for us to hide. Look under desk. Nothing in or around the desk. Okay. Probably exhausted most of the stuff in here. Let's continue on. Type I or the tab button to open your inventory. Oh, you can press tab as well. Cool. You can choose between the default graphical inventory. Yep, we got that. So we're still getting... I'm going to leave the tutorial prompts up in case they tell us something that we should know that I haven't seen yet. Just for now. Interesting. So this is the guest bedroom 3. This is a pretty large bedroom. There's a love seat and an armchair arranged around a low table. There's a wardrobe, dresser, and painted cupboard. Oh, I missed that again. A door on the east wall leads back. Oh, yeah. Sweet. We don't know who is here yet. Look. Basket. Look in basket. Nothing. Look, desk. Nothing in the desk. Look, suitcase. This is Nessa's luggage, so Nessa is in guest room 3. Open suitcase. Also locked, of course. What is this? Look drawer. Let's have knobs, all our polished brass. Look cabinet. Look on drawer. Trying to see what the box is on the mirror. Look box. Jewelry box. Okay. Probably locked then. Open box. Yep. Open drawer. Look in drawer. Dresser drawers are empty. Open cabinet. Okay, so the cabinets are separate from the drawers, of course. Look cupboard. It's painted, or sorry, I keep failing to do look in cupboard. Right hand cupboard is empty. Maybe Nessa doesn't intend on staying for too long. Interesting. Yeah, there seems to be kind of a lack of stuff in this room, which is surprising. Open right cupboard. Or open left cupboard. You open it. Look in cupboard. Empty. You suppose Nessa may prefer to live out of her suitcase. Yeah, maybe she just hasn't unpacked yet. Open wardrobe. And there's nothing in here either. Open a drawer. Look in. We do like combined things and drawer. Wardrobe drawer is empty. Nessa hasn't had a chance to unpack. Yeah. Open armoire. Oh, okay. Open drawer. Thank you for doing all of them at once. Look in drawers. Drawers are empty. These are painted though. Look drawers. Some drawers have handle pulls. Okay, I was wondering if it would tell us about the painting. Open cupboards. Can we do multiple cupboards maybe? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's nothing in here, huh? Too preoccupied. Probably the same kind of books as well. Yeah. Read books. Can't do that. Look in books. Doesn't accomplish anything. Okay, not much going on in this room. Other than some things we can't open. I guess I'm not going to take note of like every box and suitcase we can't open yet, because that would get to be a little bit much. Use the backslash key or type pause or P to pause the game. The game also pauses when the parser, inventory, or menu windows are open. Good to know. In case there's some kind of QuickTime event going on, I suppose. So here's our stairwell. Other handy keyboard shortcuts are Control A for ask about, Control T for talk to, Control L for look at, and Control E for examine. WWE will walk you to the east exit if it exists. If there's an open door, you will walk through it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that is really handy. Nice. So yeah, Control E, Control L, Control I is inventory. Yeah, that is really nice. WWE. And she doesn't open the door automatically, but okay. Look, books. Shelf holds some old books and is generally uninteresting. Okay. Open door. Well, I do want to kind of look at the balcony first, I think. Open door. Yeah. was wondering if it would scroll automatically here. There's some kind of... I think we hear some frogs out here. Some other weird noises. That's cool. Okay, so we've got a good view of the front side of the lodge from up here. I suppose we could have Nancy take a look around and see what the game describes to us. Look room. It's the front eastern section of the lodge. A stone path leads east to the orchard. South of here is the forest. West of here is the lodge's front door, which is pretty much what the map tells us as well, I think. I guess we could write that down. Front. So orchard is east of the lodge. And forest is south. South of lodge. Cool. Anything else? No. To the west, you can see the carriage house, where the horses were. West of lodge. Yep. That's about the same amount of information. Look room. Balcony provides a spectacular view of the grounds below. You can move further along the balcony to the west and east. Hey, thanks so much for following Elevator 3. I really appreciate it. Yeah, just maybe got a message. Thanks so much. He says, or they say, great streamer, nice streaming. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. Okay, let's continue. Got a weird kind of error message there. Okay, so that's what the pause looks like. So we haven't been in these last two rooms in the upstairs section, so let's try these. So here is the guest bathroom, I'm guessing. Yeah, just the regular upstairs bathroom. Doesn't look like there is one downstairs. Look room. The upstairs bathroom is decorated in shades of pink, green, and purple. It's a little garish. There's a medicine cabinet mounted above the sink. Yeah, it's definitely giving that garish kind of vibe. Look cabinet. Open. Can we do look in cabinet and maybe she'll just open it for us? Yeah, nice. Contains the usual remedies you'd expect to find. Dr. Kilmer's swamp root, Mayer's system regulator, and tonic. Red cloverine pills, a bottle of catarrh remedy, and Beecham's patent pills. I wonder if these are all like sourced from historical drugs. I don't actually know. I think I recognize Beecham as an actual name, but like brand name. Take pills. All the medicines appear to be old and expired. It would be safer not to take these. Eat pills. This doesn't look very appetizing. Fair enough. Look in basket. Okay. Take towel. And doom everyone to wet hands? Never. Look painting. Woman with voluminous whiplash hair is advertising cigarettes in this Art Nouveau poster. Achieves little effect. Where would you put it? Look in tub. Bathtub is empty. Encircled by a bright pink shower curtain. Bathtub faucets in a shower valve. Take shower. You're not about to get in a shower with your clothes on. Take off clothes. I think some privacy would be nice. Yeah, definitely got to close the door first. Game is autosaved. So now she's in a towel. Take shower. We'll take a shower and there's no water coming out of the shower head. Turn on faucet. I wonder if we could have used Margot's bathroom as well. I'm not really sure. Take shower. Turn on shower. There we go. Just like in the Colonel's Bequest. Nice. Hopefully we don't get stabbed, because I didn't save right before this. Yeah, I think we're going to get that same kind of scene here. Uh-oh. Yep. We got the psycho scene. Nice. Perfect. We got an achievement. Please be more careful. Stay safe. Death 2 out of 7. So there's only 7 deaths in the game. That's nice. Are you psycho? You should be more careful. Thanks for playing. Okay. Oh, okay. So it did give us an autosave, it looks like. So that's nice. Put on clothes. Sweet. That's really nice that it autosaved right before we were going to die. Take toilet paper. Use toilet. All right. Open toilet. Yeah, I don't think it's going to let us do anything like that. Cool. Open door. Yeah, I don't think there was anything else that we could do here. It seems like we did get the scene though. I am curious about Margot's room now though. If we go all the way back to her bathroom, can we do take bath here? If only. Oh, I didn't mean like grab the bath. If only you'd worn your other skirt. That's funny. Take shower. So Margot and Evan's bathroom. If you want a shower, try the upstairs bathroom nearest the stairs. Okay, cool. I was just wondering if there was going to be a different reaction there. Nice. I do like that there are a bunch of achievements for this game as well. That's pretty cool. Open door. Look in the room. Spare room is brightly decorated and inviting. There's a love seat, a fancy lamp, and some decorative plates. A door on the west wall leads back to the upstairs hallway. Yeah, I think decorative plates were like a thing for a long time, and they don't seem to be anymore. At least I don't really see them around. But definitely like a last century kind of thing, or 2 centuries ago. Look plates. Trio of decorative plates sit on a small curio shelf. Take plate. Delightful where they are. Perhaps there are plainer plates for you to use elsewhere. Like in the kitchen. Look picture. The Art Nouveau poster is an advertisement for absinthe featuring an auburn-haired woman in a sheer robe. Move poster. Achieves little effect. Look shelf. A set of classic literature as well as a number of storybooks. There's also a framed photograph. Look photograph. Appears to be of Evan and Nessa's parents posed in front of the newly built lodge. So Nessa is related to Evan, I guess, or is Evan's sibling. So that's good to know. Nessa and Evan Richards are siblings. Because we haven't met her either, I don't think. Nice. Take photo. Surely more meaningful to Evan than to you. You decided to leave it alone. Look in couch. Look couch. Simple floral print. Look table. Look under table. Look in table. Nothing. Okay. Yep, again, not much going on here. Poll book. Okay. Gotta try it, right? Move bookcase. Okay. Let's go downstairs finally. Well, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. Let's continue here. I'm just gonna save. Let's call this second floor. You know, it's good to have. I think this game is going to be pretty good about the saves for us, but the saves for us just to. Sorry, I wanted to make sure we were still streaming. Just to make sure, want to keep a healthy amount of saves back as backups. So we go downstairs, and the doors are blue or green down here, as opposed to blue, which is nice. Look, room. You're in the main floor hallway. The door to the powder room is to the west, and stairs leading upwards are to the east. The hallway continues to the north and south. So down here, we've got. It looks like there are doors going outside as well, which we saw from the balcony. So that's good to know. We've got the conservatory, study, kitchen, billiards room, dining room, closet, bar, powder room, parlor, and mud room. So a lot to explore here. No more bedrooms, though, to investigate, it seems. So let's start down the hallway at the conservatory, I think. I hear voices near this door. I wonder what they're talking about. Listen, doorway. Yeah, nice. What are we going to do about this? I like this. This shot is really nice. What are we going to do about it? We aren't going to do anything. I'm going to stay out of everyone's way and wait for all this to blow over. But what if they find... Shh, listen. If you want to talk, we'll do it privately later. Meet me in the study after dinner. No, it's been added to your notebook. Nice. Ask people to fingerprints. For fingerprints, reveal prints on surfaces by applying powder. Evan and Nathan meeting in the study. Okay. So we haven't met Nathan yet either. Outside of that cutscene. And something has gone wrong, of course. And they will be meeting in the study. Meeting in study after dinner. Good to remember. Let's go. Okay, so this is the conservatory. A stunning showpiece of a room. Surely the expense and trouble to bring this many panes of glass this far north must have been enormous. Yeah, I guess back in the day, like, you don't really think about it now, but back in the day, like, getting glass up to make a lodge like this would have been, quite an affair, especially not to, break the glass on the way. Probably was pretty difficult. There's a doorway in the south wall that leads back into the main floor hallway. You see a husky older man wearing beaten up denim overalls. And you see a tall, broad man with long dark hair and a fringed jacket. He looks kind of like Native American almost, if I had to guess. So let's talk to Nathan. Yeah, definitely. I'm well, thank you. My name is Nathan Cardinal, a family friend of Evan's. How do you know him? I don't actually know Mr. Richards at all. The Royal Canadian Museum sent me here on assignment. You're wasting your time. I'm sorry to say, my family has lived in this area for many, many years and have never found diamonds here. Small red garnets are still plentiful, but of little value. So yeah, there were mines before that were mining for garnets, but diamonds are a rarity, according to Nathan anyway. Interesting. Ask Nathan about fingerprints. Learn to avoid touching shiny surfaces in the lodge. It keeps Jack happy. Take Nathan's fingerprints. Can't think of a reason to do that right now. Fingerprint Nathan. Okay. Talk. Or ask Nathan about diamond. I have my doubts that it was truly found on this land, and even if it was, who's to say that there is enough to mine? It'd be like the garnets all over again. Ask Nathan about lodge. Evan's father built this lodge. At the time, the government had bought a large swath of land from us for a pittance. Not that they had much choice in the matter. The government had surveyed the land and believed that there was enough garnet to mine from the earth to build a huge industrial town to extract it. Over time, the government bought more and more land and built Crimson and the train station. But eventually, most settlers left as there wasn't as much garnet as everyone was expecting. Oh. The Richards family is the last of the settlers to remain. Their land contains valuable riverside property, not to mention a lake that is rich with fish and diamonds. Ask Nathan about lake. Don't know anything about that. Cool. Talk, Evan. I'm a mineralogist on assignment from the Royal Canadian Museum. I'm Evan Richards. Look, you and your friend can stay the night, but tomorrow morning Jack will put you on a train back to the city. But my boss sent me up here on behalf of the Royal Canadian Museum. I'm a mineralogist. I've got too much on my plate as it is, what with my sister and that lawyer of hers, and one mineralogist is already one too many. Okay, let's see what our notebook says about that. Talk to Nathan, talk to Evan. Yeah, we're just trying to talk to everybody, I think. Ask Evan about diamond. It's not from round here, you mark my words. This whole business is just a waste of everyone's time. Ask Evan about Nathan. Nathan's an old friend of mine. Actually, I was his dad's friend first. My dad and his dad were friends too. We get on well. He likes quiet. I like quiet. We don't agree on everything, but what friends do? Ask Nathan about Evan. He's been living in this lodge his whole life. His and Nessa's father built it during the garnet mining boom. It was a bustling place for a while, but eventually the mines closed down. Mr. Richards Sr. and his wife died. Oh. Wonder how they died. Evan kept up the business even as folks were packing up and moving away. He started to advertise to skiers and bird watchers like Kimmy. But that didn't last long. He got tired of running the business, so he laid off the staff and closed the lodge down. Interesting. Ask about Richards Sr. Okay. Ask about Evan's parents. What? Don't know anything about that. Okay. Ask Evan about Margot. Margaret and I got together a couple years back. I ran into her by the train station. Poor thing was lost. Huh, that seems unlikely that she'd be lost by the train station. The last train had already left, kind of like you and your friend Kimmy, so she came back to stay here for the night. She hasn't left since. Probably up in her boudoir getting ready for dinner. Likes to look good for guests. She always looks good to me. That seems suspicious. Ask Nathan about Margot. She met Evan in Crimson a few years ago. Look drawer. Open drawer. You open it. Drawer is empty. Nothing in the basket, of course. Look in couch. Fingerprint Evan. Yeah, we just haven't been able to do that so far. Ask Evan about fingerprints. I don't mind him, but Jack is pretty picky about keeping things fingerprint free. I'm glad the guy I hired to clean the lodge has higher standards than me. So maybe they tried to wipe away all the evidence of their fingerprints already. Nothing noteworthy. What else could we ask these guys about? Ask Evan about Nessa. Nessa's my older sister. We don't get along. In fact, I haven't seen her in decades. She went off to the city when she was 18. But she's here? Because we saw her... didn't we see her stuff in the guest bedroom? That's kind of weird. Now she's back with that horrible lawyer, Corvus. Oh, so Corvus is the lawyer. Okay. All greedy and grubby. Too bad there ain't nothing for her here. She's probably in the parlor. She likes it there. It's the fussiest room in the house. Nice. Ask Evan about Corvus. Snooty. No surprise that someone my sister Nessa likes is someone I can barely stand. He's here to make sure she gets hers. She ain't nothing more than what she left behind when she was 18. I think he's in the parlor with Nessa. It's Nathan about Corvus. Mr. Shaw arrived here with Nessa. Oh, okay, so Corvus Shaw is his full name. Evan's sister, he's a lawyer. As soon as Nessa heard the news of this purported diamond claim, she came rushing up from the city. Corvus Shaw is here to assist Nessa with any possible legal matters that should arise regarding the lodge and its land. He seems to think pretty highly of himself. Okay. Take pillow. But the pillow complements the tiled floor so nicely. Yeah, it does kind of match, huh? Okay, nice. So we got some more information there. Don't think there's anything else I want to ask them, really. And they don't know Kimmy, right? She's here for the cormorants. Thought this was still an inn. No choice but to put her up, I guess. So I guess they used to rent out the place to people, but they don't anymore. Both her and you are going to be back on the train tomorrow morning and out of my hair. Ask Nathan about Kimmy. Recent arrival, same as yourself. Ask Evan about minerals. Okay, cool. I think we've kind of exhausted this room so far. Again, we'll probably just go one by one through these rooms, of which there are many. I'm gonna save again. First floor. Let's do the kitchen first, because we know we can get probably a plate and a cup in there, which we might need. So open door. Ooh, this is Jack again. The kitchen has a rough-hewn, rustic charm. The lack of decorations and fine furnishings implies that this room wasn't meant to be seen by the lodge's guests. There are cupboards along the walls and an icebox in the corner. A door in the west wall leads to the main floor hallway. You can see the dining room through a doorway in the south wall, and there's a door in the east wall that leads outside. So we could check out outside too. A strip of yellow flypaper dangles near the door. The flypaper is always important in these games too, for some reason, because it's always useful to have something sticky. So we'll probably take that if we can. Take flypaper. That's fresh flypaper out. There's fresh flypaper out in the shed, but it's too dark to get it now. Let's leave it for tomorrow. Oh, okay. Take plate. Which plate would you like to take? Take plate on shelf. Take plate in drawer. Look, shelf. Okay. Just sell it on plate in a green glass bottle. Take Celadon plate. Decide the best way to enjoy it is from its little shelf. Take bottle. Okay. Open drawer. Whoa there, I'm busy cooking up dinner. Get out from under my feet. What is this thing in the corner? Look, room again. An icebox. Okay. Look, icebox. Mainstay of any well-equipped kitchen. It contains the cool foods. So before they had fridges, they had iceboxes. Open icebox. You open it. Look, probably just has ice in here. The ice block is rock solid and frosty. Take ice. You lack the appropriate tool. Oh. So we need a tool to break ice in icebox. Important to know. Okay. Oh, don't know what that was. Let's try that again. Close the ice box. Ice is expensive and surely hard to come by in these parts. Yeah. I don't know if you'd have to get that shipped from somewhere, but I suppose you would. You know, without the benefit of electricity. Open cabinet. Glass pane cabinet. Look in cabinet. Oops. Huge heavy pots and pans in the bottom cupboard. The glass paned cupboard contains a couple of decorative plates, a pretty blue mug, and some plainer mugs. Take blue mug. Sweet. The blue mug, I think that's the logo for Adventure Game Studio, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a nice inclusion as well. And I think that's like one of the like default items that you get in the templates. Yeah. There's even, if you search Adventure Game Studio, there's even a picture of Julia in the editor with a blue mug next to her. So that's pretty good. In Google, at least. Let's go back to Twitch. Okay. Take plate. Common problem for someone of your height. Take pot. Too bulky. But we did get a cup. Or a mug. Yeah, it says AGS Studios Chris Jones, and Chris Jones is the main developer. The bottom of the mug has an inscription that reads as follows: AG Studio by Chris Jones, Model 360. Nice. Blue mug is empty. Is there anything we can use the mug with in our inventory? Probably not. That is a pretty cute inventory item to add, though. I like that. What about these? Is he gonna let us open these yet? Open cupboard. I have to be specific. Cupboard is currently empty. Look in bowl. Look. Food. I just kind of want to know what he's cooking. Look bowl. There's a green ceramic mixing bowl on the kitchen island. Jack is mixing the bowl. Take bowl. There'd be no rolls for dinner. Oh, okay, so he's making dinner rolls. Makes sense. Look oven. Look in oven. Okay. Talk to Jack. Got everything under control here. You go on. Talk with the other folks. Okay. Talk or ask Jack about Evan. So he's not going to talk to us about anything. Ask Jack about Diamond. Nope. Okay, so we could go outside, I'm supposing. Yeah, so you have to be right next to the door to open it, huh? It's as dark as anything out there. I have no need to go out this way right now. Oh, okay, so maybe later. When there's more of a need. Let's check the study. So we did get a mug. We didn't get manage to get a plate. Ooh, I like this room. There's like a similar study in Colonel's Bequest as well with the moose head. Look, room. Evan Richards' well-appointed study. Next to the ornately carved fireplace, there is a fine tapestry depicting a forest scene. There's a display cabinet beside the fireplace. A fancy desk with brass fittings sits on the plush carpet. You surmise this room was once used by Evan's father, as it doesn't seem to be to his taste. Doesn't seem to be to Evan's taste. Okay. The door to the west leads outside, and a door to the east leads to the main floor hallway. Look, moose. Well, the moose head looks pretty impressive on the wall. You can't help but feel a twinge of sympathy for the animal. Yeah, I mean, mooses are freaking huge, man. It's no need to bother them, I don't think. Look, desk. Sturdy mahogany surface sits on double pedestals, each of which boasts a drawer and a cupboard. On top of the desk is a blotter, a brass lamp with a green glass shade, a clock, and a pen stand set. Look at clock. It's broken, but it's a lovely piece nonetheless. Take clock. The clock is heavy and unwieldy. Second of all, it appears to be broken and therefore would be of little use. Take pen. Take pen set. Okay, can't do that. Take set. No. Open desk drawer. Open drawer. Okay. Desk is locked. Probably all of the drawers then. Yeah, okay. Look, chair. Large leather chair with heavy metal wheels sits in front of the desk. Nothing in basket. There's one of these times there's going to be something in the waste paper basket. And we're going to be glad we looked. Look shelf. Encyclopedias and various books of general interest. This isn't a lending library. Open drawer. Open cabinet. Cupboard appears to be decorative and doesn't open. Oh, okay. Hate those. Those are always so, like, you feel like you're being tricked. Read book. None of these books are necessary for you to read. Good to know. Open armoire. Open cabinet. Here we go. Look in cabinet. Glass pane cabinet is full of curios and memorabilia, old tarnished trophies, and an assortment of glass and ceramic vases. Take trophy. You didn't earn that trophy. You don't get to have it. Take memorabilia. Okay. Open drawer. Left drawer and the right drawer. I should just say look in drawers so that she opens them and looks in them at the same time. There's some woolen blankets in these drawers. It must get chilly in here despite the fireplace. Take blanket. Move blanket. I feel like, I guess there must not be something hidden there. Look in fireplace. Oh. Look, fireplace. Fireplace's legs and header are carved with simple linear flourishes. You imagine it provides invaluable heat during the long winter months. Oh, let's try that again. There's some powdery soot accumulating in the fireplace. Take soot. You have enough soot. Look, tools. Shovel, brush, poker, and tongs. The brush might be useful. Be dirty to carry it about. Take tongs. Tongs are best left alone. Look, tapestry. It's a little faded with age. There are still rich colors woven into it. The detail is exquisite. Move tapestry. Look behind tapestry. Nothing. Okay. Cool room. I guess we can't go out this way either then. Yeah. Probably later in the game. Maybe in a different chapter. I don't remember how many chapters Colonel's Bequest has, but it's kind of a similar setup. So now we can check the dining room and the billiards room. Man, it's almost been 2 hours and we haven't even explored the whole lodge yet. D. Wow. Yeah, I just gotta say, like, all the art in this game has been awesome so far. Oh, look. Room. An impressive sight, a massive Persian rug covers the floor, on top of which stands an elegant dining table and matching chairs. There's a buffet and a display cabinet set against the north wall, and a pair of elaborate oriental jardinières are in opposing corners. I think those are the plants. A door to the west leads to the main floor hallway. You can see the kitchen through a doorway in the north wall and the bar through a doorway in the south wall. Yeah, not entirely sure how to say jardiniere either. An ornamental stand for plants or flowers. Yeah. Jardiniere. Yeah, just like that.
Jardiniere.
Nice. Got it in 2. Look under table. Really dark under there. Not that interesting otherwise. Okay. Open cabinet. Look in cabinet. Take plate. Perhaps I can find less fancy plates in the kitchen. Yeah, she keeps talking about that, but they didn't let us take a plate from the kitchen. Right? Maybe they're in the cupboards next to Jack, but I don't know if he's going to let us over there. Yeah. Maybe after he's done. Oh, we could have gone this way too to get in here. Open drawers. Cutlery and serving implements. Take cutlery. Open cabinets. Open drawers. Open cabinets. Or cupboards, rather. Chafing dish and some serving platters. Soup tureen, a cocktail shaker, and a gravy boat. Look, cupboard. Handsome display cabinet in the corner with glass panes to display fine dinnerware. A left cupboard and a right cupboard provide additional storage. I think it's talking about this one. Open left cupboard. It's a little tedious. It's not too bad. Look in left cupboard. Porcelain plates. Take plate. Hate to break up the set. Yeah. Open right cupboard. Wine glasses. The way these glasses are made, they aren't useful for much more than drinking. And isn't that enough? Maybe I can find more versatile drinking glasses in the kitchen, like that mug I found. Nice. Open door. Dark, is anything out there? Okay, so not much else to do here. It has been just over 2 hours since we started streaming, so I'm probably going to pause here. But yeah, I am definitely enjoying this so far. Let's just save over the Let's Play one again. And yeah, if I post this, definitely let me know what you think. I know this is kind of a slower pace even than The Abandoned Planet, and there's not any music and not a lot of sound effects going on, but I think it's still pretty engaging to search around the lodge so far, for me anyway. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.